I'm Dawn Eden for Video Wave, and I'm here with Richard X. Heyman and musical sidekick Nancy Leigh, who have a new album out called Living Room on NR World Records. Now, you both are really the experts in do-it-yourself here in New York City because, Richard, you're the artist, producer, songwriter. You sing and play just about everything on the album. And Nancy heads the record label and does all the promotion and publicity and everything right down to the cover design, pretty much. How do you do it? How do you both take on all that responsibility?
You're too kind. Well, we just feel that the best way to do it is to limit the amount of excess humanity you have to deal with, and so we keep it all in-house. We just go into a studio where the two of us and an engineer lay down the tracks, mix the record. Nancy's the record company. She handles all the promotion and all that kind of stuff, and works out great that way.
As the artist, songwriter, producer, do you ever have little fights with yourself?
All the time. So I cut my hand off. No, I sometimes do.
Does it get violent, Nancy?
On occasion, yes.
And you handle all the promotion and publicity. How many radio stations have you been sending this record to?
We send it to a lot, but we're being played nationally on over 100 stations, closing in on 200. And that's college and alternative, but it's a good way in. We're getting a lot of airplay, a lot of positive feedback, and the record's being heard by thousands of people.
Plus, you also have to promote it in the sense of actually writing to record stores once a radio station in that area is playing your record, right?
Yep. Well, what I do is I ask the program and music directors, can you tell me, what's the music store in your town that people would go to buy an independent release? And I've got a whole big list of those stores, and I contact them.
So you're really starting your own grassroots movement from your apartment in the East Village.
Trying, yes.
Now, you both have been playing in various aggregations for some time, playing village clubs. What's one of your more memorable gigs?
Richard can answer that.
Let's see, there was Washington, D.C., the infamous 930 Club. On the last number of the set, I decided to be a cool rock star and jump off the stage into the audience. And as I jumped off, I got my guitar cord caught around my legs, and I got totally twisted and it fell off the stage with the microphone, which is a boom stand, landed right on my ass, and everybody sort of just got back and cleared the path, and I just laid there like a total Jerry Lewis klutz, and it was quite embarrassing.
Now, Nancy, you used to be in an all-female band that played during the Max's Kansas City days.
Ages ago.
What was it like being in an all-female band then, pre-Bangles?
Everyone was very temperamental, which is why the band didn't stay together, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and that was a nice scene at Max's at that time. I was rhythm guitar then, but now I'm bass.
Who are some of your influences in bass playing?
My influences?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul McCartney, John Entwistle. What's the guy in Elvis Costello's group?
Pete Thomas.
Bruce Thomas.
Bruce Thomas,
yeah.
Well, now we're going to see a video from your recent residency at the CBGB Record Canteen. This song, which you're going to see by the Richard X. Heyman Band, is called Wouldn't That Be a Riot? That was Wouldn't That Be a Riot by the Richard X. Heyman Band, recorded live at the CBGB Record Canteen. Richard, that guitarist in your video looked familiar. Where have I seen him before?
Yes, that's Richard Kennedy, who is from New Zealand, and he had a band in New York called the Drongos, who are a fantastic little pop band, who have since split up, and I'm fortunate to have him in my little band now.
Is the band still called the Richard X. Heyman Band?
Well, I've deemed the band the Owls. Nancy
I'm an owl.
is the bass player. Richard is the second owl on guitar, and I'm playing drums, which is sort of interesting.
Yeah, what is it like to play drums and sing?
It's kind of unusual. I've been watching a lot of clips of Dave Clark and Levon Helm for practice, and it's a little tough, but I kind of like it. I used to play guitar. That's kind of ordinary. I thought this would be a little different.
Are those two of your major drum influences, Dave Clark and Levon Helm?
Not so much Dave Clark. I love Levon Helm. I'm a big Ringo Starr, Charlie Watts, Keith Moon fan. Those three. Mitch Mitchell I like.
How old were you when you realized that you wanted to play music?
Well, I got my first drum set when I was 7.
Wow.
And I had a snare drum when I was 5. And
what kind of drum set was it? Was it a Ludwig?
that was a Kent, who have long gone out of business, I think.
Who used Kent? Was that the Who?
No, I don't think anybody did.
Is that out of the Sears catalog or something?
Out of Sears catalog?
I don't know.
Seriously?
It was just a...
You told your parents that you wanted drums and...
Out of the womb, I just knew.
Who are 3 of your all-time favorite musicians?
Well, let's see. Vocally, I love John Lennon. I think he is far and away the best rock singer of all time. I love Keith Moon on drums, and I like Frank Sinatra actually on vocals.
Now, Frank Sinatra was a big influence on somebody else who you admire, Brian Wilson. I know that Wilson really liked the Nelson Riddle arrangements.
I love that stuff. I'm a big Beach Boys fan.
Since your album's on your own label, it may be hard for some people to find. What record stores in the area should they look for your album at?
Let's see. They have it at Final Vinyl at was that Second Avenue between
5th and 6th Street.
5th and 6th.
Yeah. And St. Mark's Sound on St. Mark's Place.
If you say hello to Robert and Merwin, maybe they'll give you a break.
Great. Well, I've been talking with Richard X. Heyman and Nancy Leigh. I'd like to thank you both very much for coming down. I'm Dawn Eden for Video Wave.